All right, Simoni, first of all, congratulations on being named most defensive player for the team. But how does it feel to be honored this season?
It's a cool honor. First of all, I just like to thank God always, just because, last year was a weird season and, just had to get back to work. And my family for sure, and just like all my teammates and like the staff here, the business side of the things, like it's really like a team award, like you know how it is, the defensive award. So I just forgot to go down the line. First, we're gonna start up front. Shout out. All right, this is the do you know your teammates? Shout out to Sales, man. He's done a great job all season. He's really came in here and he was really great all season. Ted Laurent, he's a dominant leader. He started the year off fast, so it's cool to see how he's been balling and stuff. Shout out to Carney Scoop. He did a great job at defensive end. JG's was also at defensive end. We got a lot of rookies over there to the boundary with me that's been balling. J.E. before J.E. got hurt, he was balling. Shout out to Sutherland that's over there now doing his thing. George, he had a great rookie season as well. Goose, most outstanding Canadian, well deserved. Super proud of him. Thurman, can't forget Thurman. He's done a great job in his first year here with the Ticats. Over to the field, you got Rich Leonard. He always makes all the big plays, so shout out to him as well. Crickets, help me out if I'm missing somebody. I said Goose already. Who am I missing up front? Did I get all my Savages up front? Talk to me. Chris Edwards. Can't forget Chris. Chris got the season started off fast. Big shout out to Chris Edwards. He's a dominant player. I'm excited to see him ball in the playoffs. Just all the guys, really. If I left anybody else out, it's a fine. Only $5 though. Can't afford nothing else.
And what was that like for you to have the injuries you did last season, and not only physically but mentally, to get yourself to play the way you have this year and to completely transition and have a year like you have?
It means a lot, just because I was telling my manager, I was telling her this is all fake news, you know what I mean? A lot of people were talking about, oh, Simoni's this, Simoni's that, and I'm just like, these people don't care about football enough to do their homework or history of football. 4 years of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, there's been something consistent here, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just good to just be like, I told you so.
Do you think that outside chatter was really a major fuel for you for this season?
Nah, the outside chatter is never really a major fuel for me, because it's who the information is coming from. I don't want to be like none of these guys, you know what I mean? I want to be like me. Mm-hmm. So, the only information I really care about is mine. Coach O, the boss is here. Everybody else don't really matter.
And Stavros, he was also nominated as the best Canadian player. What can you say about him and what he's been able to do in his breakout season? Goose
is one of those players where if he's given the opportunity and he can stay healthy, he's always going to play good because he cares, you know what I mean? And when you, caring about football is the most important. It's easy to say I'm a football player, but actually coming in every day, working, practicing hard, and doing your job to the best of your ability and bringing great energy to practice, Being a football player is just not being a football player on game day. Well, that's a big part of it, but going through long seasons like that, you got to be consistent with your teammates. You got to ball, you got to come to work, give great energy. You got to be able to listen, you got to be able to adapt, you got to listen to coaches. Even if you don't agree to stuff, you just, there's a protocol, there's a chain of command, you got to be able to understand that.
Thanks. Paul said he respected what you did at the end because of last year, all the injuries and those kinds of things. How you reacted to that in the offseason, involving sort of recognizing where you were and what you had to do to make a change? What were those things?
I got hurt. I played.
Understand that.
Yeah.
But he also said, I think that, he said he thought you maybe made it even more of a commitment to your body and maybe lost some weight or those kinds of things.
Yeah, I had Coach O definitely gave me a goal weight to get to before the season, just to make sure the season was what he knew the season would be when I came back healthy. And, that's just part of the game. If you love something, you're going to do whatever you got to do to make sure you're the person you want to be, I don't know about a lot of people. I'm not okay just sitting in the back seat and playing a role, you know what I mean? I like getting to it, and, that's the that's why I keep playing football.
Can you look ahead to Montreal, what you might expect from them this week? It's going to be a weird game.
It's a fight, you know what I'm saying? I like it's football. You know, you play them the week after that, so it's one of those games like you're going to show some stuff to mess with people, but at the end of the day, it's a football game. Anytime somebody keeps score of a football game, it's like a winner and a loser, regardless if a game matters or doesn't matter. I don't understand how you can go out there and put your body on the line and say a game doesn't matter. You know, that's how you get hurt.
When you say mess with them, do you mean physically and psychologically and that kind of thing?
It's always psychological warfare, you know what I'm saying? Like, football is always like that. So it's one of those things where it's like they might show things that they never plan on running, but that's just part of the game. But at the end of the game, we're just locked in on this week. We're trying to get a win for the franchise.